YouTube! What's up? Happy Saturday. Filming this episode right after that Ohio State victory Thursday night over the Minnesota Gophers. If you guys tuned into my weekly show, me and Jim Sturger's weekly show, football betting perspective, that was one of my five fantastic five picks of the week, 1 for 5 so far going into Saturday. It was the Ohio State Minnesota over 63 points. So we're one for one so far, 1 for 5 all together. I think we have a chance to go, 3 for 5, 4 for 5, maybe even 5 for 5 once these games start rolling Saturday. So good start with that. Today, I am going to do just a very, very quick video, just going to touch base on some news out of the NFL that might be fantasy related, but the majority of this video is going to be spent explaining to you, the fantasy football perspective audience, what to expect during the season as far as a schedule on this channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. Like this video, share this video, get it out to as many people as you guys can, because I do not want you guys to miss the content during the season, and I also want you guys to know when to expect what during the season. Without further ado, hit that intro. Alright, YouTube, let's dig into some news. There's nothing crazy going on, but I think there's some stuff that you guys should know in the fantasy football world. Saquon Barkley has a strong chance to play week 1. He did participate in practice, a little bit of contact today, which is a great news for his outlook on the fantasy football season. Curtis Samuel's back at practice. He's expected week 1 full. You have some COVID stuff going on with the Indianapolis Colts. Carson Wentz activated. Saw some other players went to the COVID list. Got to pay attention to those COVID lists. If you're in a fantasy league, for whatever reason, that league does not allow you to put players on IR if they have COVID, that may be something you want to discuss with your commissioner. There should be at least 2 or 3 COVID IR spots just in case, because it's still a thing, ladies and gentlemen. Other biggest news that we haven't touched on, obviously, the big Cam Newton news. He got dropped by the Patriots. Mac Jones season, baby. Very, very high on him in dynasty leagues. A little bit of cut surprise. David Moore cut by the Carolina Panthers. There just wasn't enough room in that wide receiver room for him. He's a heck of a receiver. I remember watching him with the Seahawks last year. He ran great routes. He catches everything that touches his hands. And that's about it. I mean, Irv Smith likely out for the year. They traded for Chris Herndon. Expect some big things from Chris Herndon. That's kind of like a second chance. He's always been drafted in kind of that top 12 tight end zone. And now he has a fair shot to be that number 1 tight end on the team and get some targets. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the news. But the real reason I'm here with you today is to explain to you what to expect during the NFL football season regarding this channel and kind of what my filming schedule is going to be. So, either Tuesday or Monday, I'm going to release a series called Hit or Miss. That is going to be kind of my weekly ranking video. I didn't want to do kind of the cookie cutter, this is the best running back, this is the second best running back. I'm going to take the consensus rankings off like Fantasy Pros, or I don't know, I'll see what other rankings I like out there. And I'm going to take the top 24 and I'm going to tell you if they're going to hit or miss that RB1, RB2 value, if they fall between 1 and 12 or 13 and 24. I'm going to tell you why I think that. I'm going to keep track of how I do. I'm going to do that for RBs, wide receivers, QBs, probably not tight ends. I might give you kind of some sleepers of my tight ends each week that I think could step up. But I think tight ends is pretty standard. You have your top 4, 5, 6 that should have a high possibility of hitting each week. You know, your Kelsey, Waller, Kittle, Hawkinson, Andrews. I'd throw Pitts in there if they use him like they said they will. But yeah, I got to find the standard of what I think hitting and missing is. Once I determine that standard, I'll get on that. I think it's going to be a cool series. I want to see how well I do in predicting these games, matchups. Yeah, I think it's going to be, you know, an all-encompassing series. It's not just, here's my rankings of the week and have at it. I want you guys to know if my predictions hold true, and if not, we'll tell you how bad I did that week. So that's Monday and Tuesday, hit or miss series coming out every week. Wednesday, I'm filming the fantasy football, football betting perspective show with Jim Stroker. We just had our intro last week. Wednesday night seems to work best for both of us. We'll film that, 7, 8 o'clock, and I'll put that up right after. So that's a Wednesday night show getting you ready for the college and pro football that weekend, letting you know our fantastic 5 picks of the week, keeping our record. Of course, the spread master is going to be there, giving its projection too. Never bet against the spread master, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday, we are filming with Andy Fryman and BJ our daily fantasy perspective show, giving you guys our FanDuel DraftKings picks of the week, who we think is going to boom or bust based on the price, who's the biggest bargains of the week. I can't wait for that show. I'm pumped. I love me some FanDuel. So yeah, we'll drop that knowledge on you guys on Thursday. And the last thing we'll do each week, potentially, I'm not going to guarantee this on a weekly basis, but like Sunday morning, 10:30, 11, I plan on going live for, 15, 30 minutes, depending on how many viewers I have, and just helping you guys with your start sit questions of the week. If there's any last minute updates regarding your fantasy team, just talking some football with my viewers. I think that sounds fun. That's about it for my schedule. Obviously, there's going to be random videos sprinkled in here and there if there's a huge injury or huge trade or huge news, how I think it impacts the fantasy football world. But that's pretty much it. That's going to be the schedule. I'm going to try my best to stick to that the best I can. Obviously, life happens. I am depending on some other people to help with this schedule. So there's a lot of variables, but we're going to try our best to make that happen. Thank you so much for tuning in. This video again is coming out Saturday around 11 a.m., hopefully right before college football tees off. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the football betting perspective for week 1, check that out real quick before you're making your bets, because there's some good insight in that. Hope you all have a great weekend. Happy holiday weekend. Enjoy that day off of work Monday. Right now, I'm down in South Carolina on vacation at this point. Probably golfing or doing a fantasy football draft. We're also going to a NASCAR race. It's going to be a heck of a weekend. Hope you all have a great weekend. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Share this video on all social media platforms. I appreciate the love so far. 49 subscribers at this point. Quest for 1,000, baby. Peace.